Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm AI. This is AI Collectibles. What I have for you today is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Serpentor and Air Chariot. I got this through GameStop Canada. It was a Hasbro Pulse Con exclusive and became available into GameStop Canada. I placed an order online and also in store. My online order came first. It arrived yesterday. And I'm excited. We got it. We didn't have to wait long from when they announced it. And I don't know, I think it's pretty ironic. G.I. Joe being the real American hero and us as Canadians getting most of this line before the US does. But anyways, let's take a look at the box. So you have the nice art of Serpentor there on the front. On the side, you got number 57. On the back, you get some beautiful art displaying Serpentor, Cobra Commander, some troops. It's sitting on Abraham Lincoln. It's fantastic, right? And then this slips off. I already cut the tape to make it a little easier. And it's got a nice gatefold cover in the front. You open it up, right? And you get a nice shot of Serpentor in his air chariot. And then some of his accessories in each side, right? So, and it was really nice because, with a lot of the Hasbro exclusives, it came in this Hasbro box. It was also inside of just a regular shipper box from GameStop, which was really nice. So the box came in and it was pretty pristine, right? So what I want to do right now is get this guy opened up. I'm going to put the air chariot together and we'll go through it, so stay tuned. So he comes with this King Cobra, and it's a soft, pliable rubber. But it has some nice paint apps on it. Looks pretty great. It's nice. Nice little accessory. He also comes with his sword, which is great. It's nice. It's got some nice molding in there. I wish there was a little more paint on the hilt, but you get a nice diamond painted on the hilt there, so I guess it's not too bad. And you get the snake head on there as well. You get two of these, which are claws. One's for they're both for his forearm, but one's the extended, and one is the not extended ones. And they look pretty good, and they fit on really nicely. They just kind of slide on spot there, but they come off nice and easy as well. And just pops off there. And they look great. I mean, basic paint apps. At least they, these are, molded in gray plastic, and these are painted silver for the blades, which is good enough. You also get the staff here, which is nice. You get a nice little ruby there painted on the bottom as well. I wish they added some more paint details to the head, though, like maybe some red shiny eyes or something would look cool, or even green to go with the color of Serpentor. But it's molded nicely. Looks great. And then he comes with this. If you remember the animated cartoon or movie, this is what he originally kills Duke with. But after the backlash of killing Optimus Prime, they changed their minds, and at the end of the movie, they decided to have a line of dialogue where Doc says that Duke was in a coma, and he has come out of it, and he is okay. So, I got the information from Toy Galaxy. He does a great breakdown of the animated movie, so you should watch that. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, that's from that. And then you get a separate cowl and headpiece, as you see when I go through the figure. It's the one that comes with him is one solid piece, so it doesn't give you any neck articulation really. So this swaps out with that. so it's not a separate head sculpt. So let's take a look at the figure now. He's really nice. I like the gold. It's painted nicely. Like the head, this cowl is one solid piece. And I'll just show you. It kind of pops off there pretty easily, right? And then you get this Serpentor with no dome. So this just clips on there like so. And I mean, you could have him just like this too, right? Because he looks like this for some of the cartoon as well, without the back cowl on. And then this snaps on, right? So you still have the neck articulation. Although I do really like the look of the solid piece, but if you're doing different poses and stuff, like this will be nice to have, right? Because you can still get him to look around, up and down. He's got a nice range of movement, right? And the snakes are all painted nicely on him. I really like the armor pieces on him, and also, you know, just the scales that are throughout look pretty fantastic. And there's like no slop. It's really well painted around the whole figure, right? So I did have one issue where I heated it up, still wouldn't give, but you got to be careful with the joints because you're going to get some of that slop. I guess not even slop, it's just, you know, you get that gold paint that's stuck between the elbow pad and his biceps. So I really had to add heat. I soaked them, blow dried them, even had to use like an X-Acto knife a little bit to kind of peel away some of that paint so I could separate it and get it to bend. But other than that, no issue, right? He moves nicely. His legs drop down, up and down, really nice. Go forward and back, no problem. It's got that thigh cut, which, you know, the Todd father needs to add to his figures. It's got double jointed knees, and as you can see, they're all pinless joints as well, which is really nice. You get that leg cut. You get a nice range of motion in the ankle, like you can go over that far, right? Goes back quite a bit and also goes forward. And then, you know, you get the nice butterfly joints in there. And you get a bicep cut, double jointed elbows, wrist cut, and then a joint at the wrist. And they both move left and right. Neither one move up and down. So that's the figure. He looks pretty fantastic. I took the cape off just so you can get a better idea of what he looks like, right? I'll put the cape on after. Alright, so let's take a look at this air chariot, man. And it is beautiful. I mean, everything about it. The paint, like there's the subtle different paint between here and all around it. It's got the stickers, caution, gun reactor, right? You have all the little dials and gauges, you know, all through it. He's got the foot pedals here. This moves, so it spins as well, which is pretty cool. You can see it in there spinning, right? These, they're pretty easy to put on there. You can't screw that up because the way the plastic is cut, it's meant to snap in. But again, everything snaps in and comes off really easy. So that's nice. This doesn't move, right? There's a cut in the front of the pole that restricts it, so this doesn't move side to side at all. Once you pop it in there, it's in there. The guns do move, you know, ever so much. Not a whole lot, but you do get some movement in there. And also they pop off really easily. So if you want to put them in a figure's hand, right? And you get 2 of these, and it comes in 3 pieces. So you get the gun tip, which goes in and it twists nice and easy. You get the belt for ammo, and then you get the main body of the gun. And it's just got a peg there, right, that slots into the air chariot. And then underneath as well, you get some landing gear. Again, if you don't have nails, they're a little harder to get in and out there, but still, you know, they all clip in and out really nicely. And then you get some nice sticker detail on the bottom as well. And underneath, you get the afterburners, so those are painted separately. And again, you get the fins, the Cobra symbols, everything on it's really nice. And then on the front, there is a gun, which I don't know if you can see in there. He has a gun inside its mouth. Let's see if I can get some light on there. So there's the gun in his mouth. And then the teeth also retract, right? So you can put the gun up in the teeth and close the mouth. Which is a nice little extra feature that they didn't have to add, but they did. But I'm really impressed with this, man. It looks fantastic. It's a great looking vehicle. And then Serpentor, of course, he fits on there nicely, right? He's got foot pegs that slot into the pegs, right? And then his hands. You know, if you don't want to damage the paint, you might want to add some heat or hot water, but hands go on there really with no issue. As I'm... there we go. Now he's on there. Looking badass. Right? And you could probably pose him up a little more while he's on there. Almost like Loki on the air chariots. But yeah, that looks fantastic. He looks great on there. And then you can slot in his little wrist guards with the spikes, right? But check him out. I'm going to have to pick my camera up a bit here so you can get a better look. But look at that bad boy. Man, he looks dominant on there. Cobra Commander, you better look out, buddy. But yeah, no, he looks great. So, let's get him off there. But yeah, he's a great looking figure. This is a great looking vehicle he comes with. You know, I think it's worth the price that you're paying, really. Also, I pulled the cape off so you could get a better look. I'm going to feed a wire through there so you have a little more posability when I put the cape back on him for taking pictures and poses and stuff. So, but it's got a nice scale pattern on there, and it's a nice like shiny satin, and it comes on and off nice and easy, right? And you even have like some extra stitching around the armholes so you don't rip it. Alright, so let's get the air chariot out of the way here. Bring him front and center so you get a better idea. And what I'm going to do now is bring in some other classified figures so you can see scale. So we got Roadblock, who was already a big beefy guy, and he's looking pretty tiny. Not by a whole hell of a lot. You gotta think it's the way I also have his leg stance. So, but with his helmet on, he's still, you know, slightly shorter than Serpentor. If I can get him to stand without falling over. And then you got Zaymont next to him. Also, he's got a bit of a wider stance, so which makes him look a little shorter. And then I'll bring in a bat. And he's quite a bit taller than the bat, although mine seems to be hunched over just a tad bit. Oh, and Roadblock is drunk. So, come on, big guy. So, there he is, next to the bat, for a size comparison. So we'll get the bat out of there. We'll get Roadblock out of there. And then we'll bring in the air chariot back. Because, man, it looks awesome. I'm really impressed with this. It's a nice set, man. I mean, here in Canada, I think we paid $130 plus tax through GameStop. If you have a Platinum or Onyx card, you get, I think, 5 or 10% off. So that brought it down to, I think, 110 or 116, and then with tax, it brought it back up to about 130 bucks. But I don't know, man. We don't get a lot of vehicles in this line. The Air Chariot's really nice. It has a lot of playability, a lot of nice little accessories that you can like unattach, use with him or use with other figures. He is great. Has a very dominant presence, and I think he'll look great on the shelf. And the amount of accessories that it comes with, you know, everything looks fresh, looks new, looks like it was created specifically for this character. And yeah, it's fantastic. He was one of my favorite figures as a kid with the Air Chariot, so it's nice to be able to have this in an updated version, in a larger 6-inch scale version compared to the 3 3/4 we grew up with, right? I think it's a beautiful figure, and like me, I'm all in. I have every classified figure. I have everyone that's coming out pre-ordered, and I shouldn't say everyone. I skipped on, I think it's Akio and Scarlet from the movie. The movie figures didn't do it for me, and unless I find them like cheap for like $5, I might grab them, but if not, I won't be heartbroken. I don't need them. But this guy was a must. Didn't want to miss out on him. Was lucky to get him through GameStop Canada, and I know you guys in the States, he's starting to get charged and starting to ship, I believe, today. So this is Wednesday. So yeah, you guys will be getting him in hand soon enough. He's a fantastic figure, fantastic vehicle. You won't be disappointed. If you're into the classified lines, you'll be very happy when you get him in hand. He's not one to be missed. You will need this guy on your shelf, and I'm looking forward to having him. I also have 2 Hiss tanks pre-ordered, so when those come in, I already picture it. I'm gonna have 2 Hiss tanks, have this guy floating up in the middle, and just a sea of troops down the middle, and I think that'll be a great pick and a great display. I love this line, man. Like, out of all the lines that I do collect, and all the, you know, the lines that I collected as a kid, G.I. Joe was my first love. And this, yeah, has a special spot in my heart. And I just, yeah, I'm really loving what Hasbro's doing with the classified line. So, again, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you get notified when I put out videos. Please, please smash that like button so the algorithm picks up and knows that you guys are liking and enjoying my shit. And while you're here, leave a comment. Why not? Anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. Also, I wanted to add in the fact that I got some of this white wire that I got, crafting wire from the dollar store, and I took this and I fed it through each tip of the cape on each end so that you had some more posability to the cape, so you can have it like flowing behind him, right? And like it's the updraft, you know, it's coming up through here and raising the cape, so it just gives you a little more dynamic poses with that cape, right? You can have it flowing, and it's really nice. I slowly fed it in up through here. It was very time consuming and a pain in the ass, and I got big hands, so but I think the overall look at the end pays off. I think it looks fantastic. I think it adds a lot to it, and it's a cheap, you know, easy upgrade that you can do yourself with some of this shit from the dollar store that I bought to do webbing with for my Spider-Man, right? And I bought some white and some black, so I used this and fed it up through, and man, I think it looks fantastic, and it really adds to the figure.